So let's talk about the side mount tonight. The side mount is a position that we can use to exhaust our opponent when we are not able to maintain the mounted position. Obviously, the mounted position is the most dominant and thorough position because it offers the most positional control. But if we lose the mounted position, we can use another type of mount called the side mount to exhaust our opponent until we achieve the mounted position again. If this is the mount here, this is the side mount. Now let's look at the positioning that we're using with all the different parts of our body to make the side mount effective. In order to understand how to use the side mount, we should understand the ways in which the opponent may escape and then work to nullify them. So we're going to look at some leg positioning, we're going to look at head and arm positioning, and we're going to look at the way in which we distribute our weight. The leg positioning is critical because if I don't have proper leg positioning, Carlos may be able to come under this arm, right, or even around my head from that side as well, and he may be able to bridge into me and roll me away. Exactly. All right, let's go back. If he holds the head tightly or even comes under the arm and holds the body and bear hugs me, he may be able to roll me this way. So it's critical that I'm able to keep my positioning centered in a way that allows me to prevent being rolled. The top leg, right, is always the leg closest to his head, and the bottom leg is always the leg closest to his feet. The same nomenclature is going to work for the arms. This is the top arm, this is the bottom arm. Top leg, bottom leg, right? Head is the top, feet are the bottom. The near side is the side closest to us, and the far side is the side farthest from us. So top, bottom, near, far. Very simple, easy to work with. The top leg is bent, and I'm on my foot, and this acts as a capability of driving, right? It's a driving force that offers me pressure. I can even use my chest on his chest here to push him down. The bottom leg is extended fully, flat on the ground. I want my hips as low as possible. If my hips are high because I'm up on the leg, it allows him a lot of room to wiggle, escape, or perhaps even replace the guard, which we'll look at later. Top leg bent and the foot driving into the ground. Bottom leg low, both on the near side, with my hip preferably so low that it's glued to his hip. Head and arm positioning should be like this. Top hand goes under the head, and the bottom hand goes under the armpit, and then I join my hands like this. This, I believe, is the best grip for joining the hands in this position. This would be weak. This is also very weak. Holding the wrist allows us too much room, and perhaps the hand can slip away. So let's go palm to palm and just wrap with no thumbs our fingers over the back of each hand. It's called the gable grip, right? With this position in place, I now want to place my chest on his chest, and I want my head low. My head low. If I pick my head up, he may be able to come under my neck, and we'll look at how to deal with this later. But right now I want to center and drop all of my weight and use gravity to my advantage on him. If he tries to bump or turn into me, look, my top leg, go please, just drives back, and I use my chest to push him back down. If he tries to roll away from me, I have to change my hand position briefly. So when he bear hugs my body and tries to roll me away, look, the bottom hand, right, which is now on the far side, has to loosen quickly and stop him. And then immediately I replace. So the head stays low, and as he rolls away from me, the hand goes out, and I catch a base position here, and then return to the grip. The entire time, my hips should be down, not up. My chest should be on his chest. My head should be low. When I roll away, my hand stops the motion, go. And when he rolls into me, the top foot just drives, and I use my chest to hold him down. Right? The opponent may understand now that that rolling into me is ineffective, rolling away from me is ineffective. One of the things he may try to do now is circle. If the opponent tries to circle away from me or towards me, in either event my response is the same. It's just to follow him and maintain the angle that I have. As he goes to circle away, I just follow. If he goes the other way, I do the same thing. Right, the entire time my head is low, chest is on his chest, hip is very low, top leg is based, and I'm ready here to catch a base if I need to. If I waste my energy and grab the attacker, the opponent, very, very tightly from the bottom, I create a lot of rigidity. And the rigidity in my arms makes everything angular and straight. And it's easy for him to find spaces to perhaps swim inside and start to play with my head or lift my head by putting the forearm in the throat. It's easy for him to perhaps slide a knee inside and look to replace the guard. In short, whatever he does, it's easy to escape. The stronger I grab him does not equate to the more probability of holding him down. In fact, the stronger I grab, the more likely it is that he will escape, because the main objective for me is to keep my weight centered here, and then catch a base every time I need to with my far hand as he starts to roll me, right? Boom, every time. If I squeeze very tight, I'm going to be so focused on the strength that I may be very slow to let go, and as he starts to roll me, there's no time. Because look how tight I am on the head. Look how tight I am here. I couldn't expand in time, and now he rolls me all the way over. And now he's got the position that I just had. Very bad for me. So make sure that you're just holding firmly enough to stay connected, but loose enough that when he rolls you, you can catch the base, right? If you find yourself grabbing very strongly, it's because you're compensating for your lack of positional control. So take the time when you work this drill with each other to find the place where your opponent tells you you feel the most heavy. Your opponent on the bottom should be talking to you. Sometimes if you make a little adjustment where I'm too far back this way, now I feel a little bit lighter, but when I go here, it's heavier, right? And he'll tell me, okay, just move a little here, a little here. Everything's going to be different, and within that weight control and positional achievement, I need to be able to roll with whatever or respond to whatever attack or escape he throws at me, right? So one more time, top leg is bent, and if he tries to roll into me, that foot drives, and I use my chest on his chest to put him back down. The hands are always under the head, gable gripped, head is low, bottom leg is stretched with the hip low. If he tries to roll away from me, the hand goes out. If he circles, I follow him. If he circles the other way, it's the same thing. Always maintaining the position. All makes sense? Okay, let's give it a try. Thank you.